Hey everybody, Culture Alex again, and today guys I'm here to another anime review, and the review is to Knights and Magic Episode 2 guys, so let's get into it. So guys, in this episode of Knights and Magic, this episode, it follows where the last episode left off, because it was a cliffhanger, and we have no idea what these demon beasts, why they came in a bigger number, why they attacked the students, why they came pretty much attack the students in that training, why these came around, why they were attacking them, makes it more in fact why they're fleeing from something, because the reason why they were, well, not actually attacking them, but they were more like fleeing from something bigger. These demon beasts were running away from something bigger. Unfortunately for the students, everyone else, they were in the middle of training, and again, these demons came around, fleeing for something, and of course, their demon beasts, of course, they noticed a living stock, so they decided to attack. Obviously, that's their natural instinct. So in this episode we found out the reason why, and the reason why is because of this class of demon beasts, called a divine demon beast. A divine demon beast is the strongest class of demon beast. That's the strongest class of demon beast. Strong class. This is when I feel like I'm main character. What the fuck, man? Are you fucking Annister? Annister is a fucking badass. More than he so last, we knew he was fucking smart, and we knew he can be a badass, but he's a fucking badass. First up, instead of fleeing like everyone else, after they recovered from the previous attack from the previous demon beasts, he noticed one of the Centauri Knight, one of the runners who controls one of the Centauri Knights, the Corporal Red Centauri Knight, that's the type of robot knight that this guy was using, was fleeing from because he was scared because he couldn't defeat, the Divine Beast was overpowering nearly a load of the Centauri Knights that were attacking the Divine Beast, and he fled because he was scared. Annister, after he collapsed, Annister found the Centauri Knight and pretty much stole it. Even though he was still inside of it, the original pilot, the original runner of this Centauri Knight, he knocked him out. Put him in the back, and even though last episode he usually can't control the Centauri Knight because his body's not tall enough, he needs to be at a certain height and certain age to control these Centauri Knights. Annister just shows you how much of a smart ass and how good and of a badass he was from that moment. He uses his rods, magical rods or magical guns he created and infuse them into the core of the Centauri Knight, or the controls of the Centauri Knight. He used his magical ability to reconstruct the inside of the Centauri Knight. He reconstructed it by using his magic. And that was impressive. And then he's able to now he's able to control it. And the way he controls it, one of the professional Centauri Knights that came around after hearing that a Divine Beast was attacking the students, when they got there, they never saw a Centauri Knight move like how Annister was doing it. So Annister also made the controls a lot different. And by changing the controls, he's able to make the Centauri Knight move differently, more human-like. So the controls he made are more. He made them to be more like a bodysuit controllers. You guys know when you wear a costume, or a bit more thicker costume. One of the thing about these costumes that they're meant to be clothes, but yet again not. They're meant to make you a character, or if you were supposed to be a robot anyway, you're supposed to be a robot anyway, you have a robustic, your costume will have robotic elements to it. Your robotic costume will have robotic elements to it. That means, but you will still have some control over it with your own body. And that's the thing. Satellite Knight is like a bigger version of that. Of course, it's too big for our actual body to properly fit it as a costume. So of course they have like seating aspects and everything and controllable mechanical aspects. But he made the mechanical. He made it like. He put it on like you would do like with a costume or a suit, except not like normal. Like he used. He connected. He made the controls connect to his body. He made the controls connect to his body so he can move it around like he would do if he was fighting flesh when he was not wearing the set. Not right, or he's not controlling the Satellite Knight. And that's what the sort of controls he had. Like he made the controls connect to his body so he can control the Satellite Knight with his own body. That's what that's the best example I can do. Like, man, it just shows you my autism fucking shows when I do try to walk. But yeah, just shows you. It just shows you that if you give him a body controlled Satellite Knight, just think what he can do. Like he showed how well he can do in a reconstructed Satellite Knight that had the same capabilities as what I mentioned. And also, before we even got into the robot, before we go into Satellite Knight, by himself, he's a fucking badass when he comes to fighting anyway. So just to think about it, if he gets a fully built Satellite Knight that he builds himself, of course, because he plans on building one himself, if he gets one that is body controlled, just imagine how much abilities he can pull off while he's in that night, and how much damage he can do to the demon beast. Especially this divine demon beast. Like, he took it down, like, of course, as the high class demon beast, he had a bit more trouble compared to what he did when he gets those regular demon beasts. But by himself, even with a teeny bit of support from the rest of the Starry Knights, they didn't do much. They hardly done any much. Eston, he took the demon beast pretty much down all by himself. He gave it the most damage. He gave the divine demon beast the fatal wounds, and he finished it off as well. The sword he stabs into this divine demon beast's eye. After he when the original runner of the Satellite Knight woke up, he told him to take controls of the legs, and he grabbed his gun rods, magical rods he was using to control the Satellite Knight's arms. He brought them outside the Satellite Knight, stand on top, and he used some form of spell, which I take it made him able to control the Satellite Knight outside of course, the main body, and he told the original runner when he says to step back, and when he told him to step back, Eston controlled the arms of the Satellite Knight, grabbed the sword, and released all the magical energy that the runner had left, and brought electrical shock straight through the eye of the divine beast. And guys, electric shock straight from the eye, don't forget, it's connected to your brain. So all those electric circuits were going through the brain, going all the way through to the brain and damaging the brain and killing the divine beast. And Eston pretty much done it all by himself. And that's what pretty much the episode was. And I gotta say, damn Eston, he just shows you how much of a badass he is. Like, he's a fucking... But that's pretty much this episode is. Eston controlling... First time controlling a Satellite Knight and being a badass. That's what all this episode is pretty much about. Now, the animation quality, I gotta say, it's pretty good. Like I said, this animation looked better than last episode. I gotta say, there was some better animation compared to this, especially with the Divine Beast. The Divine Beast actually looked better than the last week's episodes of Divine Beasts. I'm glad that was like the case, because I was imagining how bad and bigger. Like, I knew the series was gonna have giant, enormous, high-class demon beasts, but I didn't know what they were gonna look like. And from what I saw from the regular ones, it'd be like The CGI was terrible, so I was expecting something even more, just terrifying, terrible CGI, but no, the Lion Beast actually looked good. I was alright with the design, but just the CGI was the thing that took me no. But the CGI for this one, fucking good. It didn't look bad. It didn't look bad at all. It's not good, awesome, godlike, but compared to last time, it's definitely a lot better compared to what it was previously done on the last episode. But overall, the animation was pretty decent. Again, not as the best, but pretty decent. Now, and that's all I've got to say about this episode. Anyway, guys, that's my anime review to Knights and Magic Episode 2. If you guys like it, contact fans today. If you guys have something else, down below, manage that, and yeah. Hope you guys like it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys! Wow.